Okay, we're gonna talk about mixing paints first. You need to mix your paints in the palette. Never mix your paints from the paint, directly from the paint tray or on the canvas. You will end up with colors where it's like dark here and light there, or more blue or more green there. It just won't work. Mix in the palette. All right, so we're gonna mix a blue-green first. You're gonna paint your rectangle here blue-green. So I'm gonna grab some blue, put it in there. You're gonna need a lot of water. You can do this two ways. You can either dip out, or a former student showed me this lovely trick. She took and got a measuring spoon, and what she would do is she would get perfectly the same amount every single time and put a spoon of water in there. So she had the exact, whenever she was trying to mix paint, she had the exact amount of water every time she mixed them. So I'm putting blue in here first. I'm gonna mix it up, and then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna add some green. Now, the more paint you add, the darker the color. On the blue-green, I want it to be a very dark blue-green. I do not want it light or medium. I want it dark. This is in your notes on canvas, but you're going to make the square a dark blue-green, and you're going to make the heart a medium red-orange. And then one of the other colors, like the circle or the star, is going to be a color of your choice, and it can be very light. I want you to be able to mix colors, and I also want you to be able to go light, medium, and dark. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to test it on a test strip. You can have any paper for a test strip. It doesn't matter. You want to test it because watercolor can tend to look really dark in the tray, or they can look very similar and not be similar at all. Like I have two purples here. And if I was to paint on here, you'll find one is, oops, I still had paint in my brush. One is very light and the other is very dark, but they look pretty similar in the tray. So that's a good medium, but I want it dark, so I'm gonna add more paint. If you want it light, you add more water. If you want it dark, you add more paint. There we go, that's a nice strong blue-green. So we're gonna use that to paint our rectangle. So you're gonna bring this over here. You're gonna use the same painting techniques we used on tempera paint. So we're going to start below the line, not on the line because the brush will spread. We're gonna go nice, smooth, horizontal lines. And you're gonna pull the edge down just slightly. You're gonna load your brush and then go back the other way. You're gonna overlap. The overlapping keeps you from having streaks. The other thing you'll notice is what I call a river. That's this line of water at the bottom. You want a river. A river keeps it from being streaky. If you don't have a river, you will get dry spots, which will cause streaks. So back and forth, using those same tempera painting skills we had and applying them to watercolor. As you get down to the bottom, you don't want to add as much water. You're going to take it all the way along the bottom. I'm going to go back and forth on the bottom so it gets a nice even coat because I don't want it splotchy. You'll see a water, usually a little water droplet or puddle. Just dry your brush out and then soak it up. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, you're going to repeat the same method with red-orange for the heart. I've already got it mixed up here, so don't have to take the time to mix it. This one gets a little bit more complicated because we're changing shapes. It's not a nice even shape, so you want to start in both these and bring it around. You cannot let the watercolor sit for too long or you'll get a line where the water has sat. Once you get past that, it becomes pretty easy. Your whole goal here is to get nice smooth washes with no streaks and nice clean edges. Once you get the exercise finished, you're going to photograph it and upload it to Canvas or email it to me. Okay, I would probably wait for that to dry and go over it with a second coat because I want it to be darker, because this one needs to be dark. But overall, they look pretty good.